up here at Fort, whatever it was called again, Endurance, welcomes you to what? To what? There's someone yelling at me from a jail cell, so. Trying to trigger it again? They don't seem to be saying it. Sabella Bardot?
Hey, stranger. Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch.
What do you mean railroad you?
They're saying I murdered an officer, but they don't care what I've got to say about it. They just want me locked in here until they pen me in the sewers.
Lucky for you! I can never ignore an injustice. What caught you in their dragnet? Their dragnet.
I've absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it.
Well, if not you, who else had motivation and opportunity?
I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now.
Allergies. Did he die from allergies? Because swole up, so he swelled up, and Cuddy always said it might happen. I'm guessing it's allergies. Okay. We really devolved as a species after we left Earth. Tell me about it.
We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here.
So, how does that line up with what he said would happen?
It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate crabble. He was deathly allergic to crabble. But we ate sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no crabble in sisty stew.
I'm gonna tell you, sometimes them cysty things have people in them, so you never know. Exactly what he said would happen. Are you sure there wasn't crabble in it?
Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly. Over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find crabble anywhere.
Okay. Is there any of the stew still around?
No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
All right, well, let me try talking to the security officer. Maybe I can help clear this up.
He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
This starts the I love when there's investigative quests, especially when they're ridiculous like this. Yeah, the curious case of a Cankered chief. An Auntie's Choice officer has been murdered at Fort Endurance, and you must determine if the suspect they've arrested for the crime is guilty or innocent. Well, we do have a law person here, and then we also have Inez, who is Auntie's Choice. Yeah, Auntie's Choice. I thought I got it wrong again. So both of you would fit for this freaking quest, and yet none of you are saying anything. And I'm not going to go into another rant. We're just going to move on.
What's happening? Are you making any progress?
Yeah, I believe I am. I'll be back when I know more.
Thank you. But please hurry. I've got severe claustrophobia, and being locked in this tiny cage makes me feel like I've got a Manosaur queen sitting on my chest.
Well, you have a Manosaur king right here. Am I right, buddy? How you doing? Look, I can fit my head in his mouth. Oh. Whoa. Okay, he's just gonna do that instead. Okay, Abner. Amen. The big AB. That's basic. So stupid. I'm so fucking stupid, dude. Look, man. I've been sleeping decently, but I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. So that was funny to me. All right, Abner. Abner. I don't want to profile you, but you look like an asshole just by the way you're freaking angry. And you're a mouth breather. Just look at his face. It's like v.a.l.e.r.i.e. Oh, it's so much like v.a.l.e.r.i.e. He's like, I'm not lying. Hmm? Oh? Oh? Press X.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort?
Oh, man. I happened to speak with your prisoner and think we should talk about it.
You happened to speak with my prisoner? Without my permission? Why by law would you do that? And why shouldn't I lock you up for it?
Because I'll kill you? I see someone sitting in a cage. I want to know why, so I asked.
And pray tell, what did our trooper Bardot have to say for herself?
Bardot. Okay. Well, your suspect makes it sound like her chief may have died from his allergies.
What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it.
Yes, exactly, but only he had a deathly Crabble allergy. Could there have been Crabble in it?
What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned cysty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble?
Why do I suddenly think you know exactly what happened to Chief Cuddy?
Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head.
So what's that got to do with him eating Crabble?
Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned Crabble stock.
So you knew he was allergic and added Crabble stock to the stew anyways?
What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret.
No. I'm just trying to get justice for Bardot. And now I've done that.
Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible, and that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence.
So you'd really railroad an I don't like saying this. You'd really railroad an innocent person on murder charges to cover your own mistake?
Absolutely.
So if I help, letting Bardo go won't be enough to cover your debt.
That's only fair. I'll both free Bardo and compensate you for your effort.
Tell me what you need.
So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything organic. Anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while.
And what about Bardo?
Well, then she's cleared, of course. No more questions asked. She goes free, you get bits, I get on with my life. Deal?
Okay, I could do that.
Thank law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardo and can draw this whole thing to a close.
Okay, so we need to retrieve an acid dematerializer. We already know, we already got that. Val told us we can get it on the ship. You need, I think, 4 cards to get it. 4 decryption keys, I mean. You'll get more than 4 on Paradise Island. If you do every side quest on Paradise Island, every side quest and task, you'll get 4 in no time. Trying to think off the top of my head which ones gave me cards. I don't remember. But you'll get 4. Wait, no, doesn't she just give it to you? Yeah, your first lockbox, so never mind. You get it right from the beginning. Retrieve the dematerializer. So you only needed 1 key card, which you will have gotten at the very beginning of the game.
You're back. Tell me that means you've got something helpful for me.
Not yet. I need more instruction. I've got the dematerializer. Now what's next?
Next, you go ensure there is no evidence that can allow the investigation to move forward that gets me and Bardo off the hook. You'll find Cuddy's body inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base.
Okay.
What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you, but...
What do you think, boss? Okay, good talk. So it's in this area that I'm told I'll be killed on sight. I don't want this guy to get away with murder, but that seems unfortunately something I have to do.
Get you gone.
There's a data pad there, that's why I'm trying to...
You ain't got clearance to come this way. One step more and you die.
Auntie's acid dematerializers are not toys. It galls the senses that I'm forced to take time from my busy day to tell you adults this, but the dematerializers are not toys. Yes, everyone enjoys the pops and sizzles as it reduces all matter of biology to gloppy mess. I keep forgetting I can do that, and they find corpses when I could just melt the corpses. I haven't used it once. But the patented mix of acids that fuels the sprayer is a notable line item on my budget. Unless we would Unless we would all like to take a salary reduction to pay for that frivolity, we must reserve use of the gadget for melting corpses, excrement, serving food scraps, and other waste that will call in the local wildlife. If you simply must gather for the show, request to use one of your unpaid breaks when one of the dematerializers will be in use at the Mantisaur pins, like the rest of us do. Major Leo Dahlia, munitions and convincibles management. So I'm a little disappointed that this isn't a mystery. Like, we already solved it, but it's fine. Where's my melty boy? You guys get in here? You guys hurry up and get in here so we can close the door once you get in here. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I've got a doctor suit. I don't think it'll matter. I'm gonna put it on anyways, just cause. It's okay now. I'm a doctor. It's Chief Cuddy. The issue here now is I don't know where that guy is outside. Okay. That was a very short and easy. Is a task, right? That's no way. That's a quest. It's a quest, even though it was very short. All right, I'm back.
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing, which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us.
Well, I mean, I do want my reward from you, so it's only behind you if you pay me and let Bardot go.
Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done. While I appreciate your help in ensuring this mess wouldn't blow back on me, we now got nothing else to talk about. Time you moved on.
I thought she was just about to start scratching her butt.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage.
I couldn't rest knowing an innocent was being railroaded from someone else's crimes.
Someone else's crime. So you know what happened?
Do I out him? Sure, I don't give a fuck. He already paid me. I do. Abner didn't believe Cuddy was allergic and put crabble stock in the stew.
That good-for-nothing rung leech! That dunderhead! I can't believe he'd... Oh, he's about to learn that poor Chief Cuddy's not the only one with executive contacts in the family. My cousin's a VP in R&D who used to head testing on Numa. Abner's going to spend the rest of his downright miserable life wishing he just confessed and took what's coming. That makes me extra thankful for what you did. If it'd been left in Abner's hands, he'd have made sure they'd thrown me in a hole so deep, even the Sprats wouldn't come visit.
That's exactly why I didn't want to side with Abner, so I'm glad I had an alternative option.
I've put in for that transfer, and under the circumstances, I think they'll give it to me. Thank you again for your help.
What transfer? You didn't tell me about a transfer. You told me you're transferring Abner somewhere. How you doing, buddy?
While I appreciate your help in ensuring this mess wouldn't blow back on me, we now got nothing else to talk about. Time you moved on.
Oh, did I get anything cool for that? I have a hat. Where'd this come from? Oh, no, that's my hat I was already wearing. And that's my clothing I was already wearing. I do have a shotgun now. Cleo's the Hunt. What quest did I get this from? It's got a slug thrower. Fires a single heavy damage projectile. Great against armor. Oh, that is probably very nice. Oh, I don't have a perk. One of my perks lets me carry a third weapon, and I need to probably grab that, but okay.